And welcome once again, guys. It is Shellshock here. We have lots of news today in regards to Nintendo Switch, Nintendo software, and an announcement of their next part of their mobile app venture. So we'll get to that one in a little bit. Let's start off with Nintendo's sales, their third quarter results for the fiscal year of 2018. So, this is what we got so far. The Nintendo Switch has sold over 14.86 million units worldwide. The hardware forecast increased from 10 to 14 million, and the software forecast increased from 35 to 50 million. So yeah, they're getting close to 15 million right now. They've already surpassed the Wii U's entire lifetime sales within 10 months. Very, very, very impressive. So, according to this, that the Super NES Classic also did very well. In fact, it actually sold over 4 million. But I'll get to that in just a little bit. So, here's a couple of things I would like to talk about. Alright, so this is according to their third quarter briefing. So, Switch's sales momentum is faster in North America than the Wii, about the same in Europe, and slightly less in Japan. Latest sell-through is currently at 13 million, excluding certain regions such as Latin America and parts of Asia, but it has reached 14 million, 14.86 total, which is very impressive stuff when you think about it. Nintendo is also planning to start the subscription-based online service this September. The reason that is delayed it was actually not delayed. It was originally meant for 2017, but they pushed it to this year. They announced that they were going to move it back in June of 2017, and now we have an announcement from Nintendo that it's going to be this September. We will be getting details on that later this year. I'm not going to speculate on it here. If I decide to do a speculation, I'll do a separate video on that. And the application for Nintendo Labo hands-on in the United States will be more than 50 times versus available seats just a few days since starting accepting entry. And they're going to continue supporting the Nintendo 3DS. There are a couple of games coming out still, and the 3DS is still doing well, despite the fact that the Switch has been out since March of 2017. Super Nintendo Classic sold over 4 million globally. And Mario Kart Tour, which is the next smartphone app, is coming in the fiscal year of 2018, which starts from April 2018 to March 2019. So we're gonna get to the talk of Mario Kart Tour in a little bit, and also we're gonna get the Super Mario animated movie from Nintendo and Illumination Entertainment. Illumination is the same company that has done the Despicable Me series, and they've done other movies such as The Secret Life of Pets. Now we're going to have a Mario movie. And Shigeru Miyamoto is going to be involved in this movie, which I'm actually excited to see how this is going to go. So, it's co-produced by Shigeru Miyamoto and Chris Meledandri. I might have mispronounced that, but if so, I apologize. Alright, so Mario Kart Tour. It's going to be coming out within the next fiscal year. Like I said, anytime between April of 2018 to March 2019. So anytime between that time frame, we're going to be getting that. So what exactly is it going to be? It could really be anything. It could honestly be a brand new Mario Kart game. It's probably going to be a mobile version of Mario Kart. And the thing about Nintendo's mobile games, like Fire Emblem Warriors and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp and Super Mario Run, the reason that those even exist in the first place is because Nintendo is trying to use them as a way to advertise their own products, to get people who normally game on smartphones to buy and support Nintendo's consoles, whether it be the Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo 3DS. In this case, a lot of people are speculating that this will be the gateway to the next Mario Kart game on the Switch. We already got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is a port of a Wii U game with extra stuff added to it. But there could actually be a Mario Kart 9, probably in like 2019 or 2020. We'll have to wait and see on that. So what could this be? It could be anything, really. But I'm going to wait and see where this goes, because I actually am interested in this. This one, because I like Mario Kart. I like it a lot. So, of course I'm going to be interested. And also, there's a new update for ARMS, version 5.1.0. Adds new badges, there's a tournament mode, gallery, and a lot more. So you can get badges when certain pairs of fighters rack up battles together. Added badges earned by repeatedly using each arm. Lots more badges. New additions to Party Crash. ARMS Labs have manufactured the ultimate version of Headlock. It will appear only in Party Crash. ARMS Labs have thought up some new bonus periods. Look out for them. If a featured fighter is losing by more than 1,000 points in the current lobby, the bonus for using them will increase from 1.5 times to 2 times. Time for some comebacks. Their words, not mine. Added tournament mode. A mode made for tournaments with all arms unlocked. When in tournament mode, you'll be unable to play other modes such as Grand Prix or Rank Match, and you won't receive badges or in-game currency. Records will also not be recorded. You can switch between normal and tournament mode on the top menu by holding the R stick and pressing L and R at the same time. It also fixed a couple of issues, but yeah. So for those of you who still like ARMS, and for those of you who still want to support ARMS, there's your news. So, like they said, that they're not going to have major updates anymore, so other than bug fixes, but they're adding this. So after this, I guess don't expect anything major for ARMS, because they originally had a lot more plans, but now that's really not going to be happening anymore. But the fact that we just got a tournament mode now, that's pretty interesting stuff. So I'd like to see exactly where this is going to go. Yeah, so as far as the Nintendo Online service goes, waiting to see where this goes. Will this mean that we'll get more stuff added to it? We'll have to wait and see. Let's see, what else? So, other things that Nintendo has mentioned that during the briefing, because they finished their briefing, they've also mentioned that 75% of Pocket Camp users are women, and they're preparing some attractive contents or programs for the subscription-based online membership. We'll have to wait and see. So, aside from Virtual Console, I'll make a separate video on that. So, you'll get my thoughts on what it could be, what it could also mean in the next video. So, they've also mentioned that their ultimate goal is for the Switch to be one per person. One participant, before stating their question, requested executives please make Klaus Save function available for Switch. I'm really hoping that we do get Klaus Saves, because that's something everybody's been looking forward to. I think there should be 2 versions of it, like one that's free where you have like limited space, and the other one you can upgrade for when you pay for it, or if they like give it to you through the subscription service. But again, I'll get to that. Yeah, so there's a lot of Nintendo talk right now. There's a lot of different news. In general, Nintendo has been like talking about different things, how they're going to approach their games. But I want to go back to talking about the sales because I'm actually not done with that because there's still more stuff. So I've mentioned that the Nintendo Switch sold over 14.86 million units worldwide. That's very impressive. And I have a couple of other things I'd like to talk about. But before I talk about them, let me just get through this. So the lifetime shipments have been 3.72 million in Japan, 5.94 million in Japan, and everywhere else 5.2 million in regards to how the Switch is sold. For 10 months, really good stuff. And let's talk about all the games, like the first-party Nintendo games. Not really any of the first-party Nintendo IPs where there's third parties, so don't expect to hear me talk about Pokken, Fire Emblem Warriors, or Mario & Rabbids, because they're not on this. But I will mention all the games that are on here. Super Mario Odyssey sold 9.7 million units worldwide. Wow. Didn't think it was going to sell as much as that. I was thinking like 6 or 7, but 9. And if they keep this up, it could actually be the best-selling 3D Mario game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is at 7.33 million units. It's getting close to reaching the levels of the Wii U version, which is 8.4 million. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is currently at 6.7 million units. Like, a couple months ago, you would see that as, like, one of those games where 9 out of 10 people who would own a Switch would also own that game. Splatoon 2 is at 4.91 million units. And eventually it's going to surpass the Wii U game Splatoon. 1-2 Switch is at 1.88 million units. ARMS is at 1.61 million units. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is at 1.6 million units. Very good for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It could actually be the best-selling game in the series, if it's not already. There's also 3DS stuff, but my main focus was the Nintendo Switch. Let's look at how Nintendo Switch has done. All these games, the software in general. So, Super Mario Odyssey is at 1.76 million units in Japan, and everywhere else is at 7.31 million units. That's crazy. Like, I'm thinking it's probably sold the most in North America, and then to an extent Europe. Japan, it's getting close to 2 million. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe managed to receive like 1.38 million units. In Japan, 5.96 million units. Everywhere else. I'm not going to go into detail on all this stuff, but I just want to break a few things down. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It seemed like it did better everywhere but Japan. Japan it sold over 0.26 million units. So 260,000 roughly. But the fact that it reached 106 million is pretty good stuff. Well, not 1.6 million. So hopefully more people buy that game because that game is actually one of the best games on the Switch. It's not for everyone, but I personally think so. The thing is, there's just so much, a lot more stuff right now. Like, Nintendo is definitely doing everything they can to make the Switch huge everywhere. Like, so what will Nintendo do? They're gonna have to give us some more compelling software. Stuff that everybody wants to see. They also have more peripherals that they're looking into making and supporting for the Switch beyond Nintendo Labo. So Nintendo Labo is mostly geared towards kids. They'll probably find something else that's geared towards teens and adults. So they'll find other venues, other avenues to work with. There's a lot of stuff. So, I've talked about a lot of different Nintendo news in this video that all of this was today. So, yeah, Nintendo is really killing it right now with the Switch. So, there's rumors of Directs in February and March, but I'm not going to speculate on that here. But yeah, what do you guys think about all these news? What do you guys think about the Switch selling at 14.86 million units? What do you think about Mario Odyssey selling at 9 million? Like, all those games selling as well as they are. What do you think about the Mario Kart Tour, the smartphone app? What do you think about Nintendo and Illumination working together to make a Mario movie? All this and many more. What do you guys think about that? Let me know down in the comments below. Are you guys happy with any of the stuff? You guys don't like any of the stuff? You don't care? Or any other concerns you guys have? Let me know. And I like to respond to you guys. So that's gonna be it right now for this video. So make sure to follow me if you haven't on Twitch. Subscribe to me on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. Like and share. Spread the word. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon.